right, Appo. Let's do this. Freedom! Freedom, Appo! Well, hey there, everyone. It's Anthony, back with another video on single and places. That's my mood right now. Yeah, it's been a messy week. It is Wednesday. Wednesday the 25th? Nope, 6th? Yeah. And yeah, I'm out here at the Westminster Hills Open Space with Apollo. It's the first time we've been able to do an off-leash situation since my car accident on Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and now we're here. I mean, that's not the, I act like that's just unacceptable. It's been Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days, 3 3/4 days, 3 2/3 days without going to the open space. But I was feeling it, and he was certainly feeling it too. I don't remember when we had gone to the open space before that happened on this past Saturday. At the time of filming this, I'm so far behind on vlogs. I might just end up not posting a couple of them because I'm so far behind. This is probably number 5 that I have yet to edit and post, or 4. So I haven't even edited or posted the vlog at the time of filming this, talking about the car accident, let alone now I'm talking about like all the aftermath. But anyway, yeah, so we both needed to get away from the house. I've been cooped up since that happened, because I didn't have a vehicle. And so, I obviously do now. Have a rental car. I had submitted a claim through my insurance. And then also submitted one with the other person's insurance, just to get them both started. But I didn't realize, so, the way it works, I didn't know this, is you have to pick which insurance you want to cover the accident, yours or theirs, if they're found to be liable for it, or, they take ownership over it. So I started mine and submitted my photos, got all that stuff set up, and hold on. And submitted the photos. They decided that it wasn't worth sending somebody out, so they just did it all via pictures. Got all of that set up, and then I got my estimate in this morning. So I was like, oh, finally I can get a car, get this all taken care of, because I have rental coverage on my plan, all that stuff. So they sent me the estimate based off the photos, and it was, in my opinion, so low. It was just over my deductible is what they were claiming. All the parts, repair, labor. I was like, there's no way. And then it said door, like my driver's side door, which needs to be completely replaced. Like, it's completely crumpled in. Glass is broken. It said dent, repair, fix, $200. I'm like, oh, you're gonna repair that dent, huh? That dent that is shattered glass, and it was just insane. So I called them and I was like, hey, I just got my estimate in. This is pretty really downplaying the amount of damage that's on the car. Like they didn't even mention the rear door. My rear driver's side door also will need to be replaced most likely. And the work on the bumper, the bottom sill is all dented up. I'm like, there's just so much more than what you listed here. Essentially, you're just saying that you need to pop out a couple of dents on the door. Like the glass is broken. Like there's a lot of work to be done. Wow, that was a lot of pee. Let me let you off. And she was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just an estimate. And it's what you'll send to the collision, the auto body shop that you send it to. We have our preferred list. So I picked one from their list and they were like, okay, well, once you send it to them, they'll order the parts and get things started based off of that and get you in. But once they take a look at it, and if they realize that more is needed, then they'll submit an adjustment, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, how long will that adjustment take? And they were like, oh, well, it just depends. It could take a couple weeks. It could take, who knows how long. And I was like, okay. So there's no real, I know that when the shop sees this, it's going to be at least double what you've listed here at the very least. And she's like, yeah, well, we just have to wait and see. But regardless, you'll need to pay your deductible and then we'll go after that other, the other driver's insurance to get your deductible back from them, and then we'll reimburse you for your deductible. And I was like, how long does that process take? And she's like, takes a couple months. I'm like, so, we could be talking about before everything's done and I have my deductible money back in my pocket, 4 months, 5 months. It's like, geez Louise. I'm like, okay, well, I guess if this is how it's got to be. And then she's like, okay, well, we'll get you set up with a rental car today. She set up a reservation so I could get a rental car today. She's like, just to let you know, your coverage only allows you to have the rental car for 45 days after the day you pick it up, or $4,000, whichever comes first. And I was like, but you just told me how long the repair's going to take. And then if the estimate's been incorrect, the estimate was incorrect, and they have to do like an amendment to it, or addendum to it, then that could take an extra few weeks. So if all of that just paperwork goes past 45 days, then I'm on the hook for the car. She's like, that's correct. And I'm like, but that would be your fault for not doing a proper estimate, right? She's like, that's just what you're like. I was calling her and I think she was in like Jersey or someplace. She definitely had an accent, and she was nice until she wasn't nice. And she's like, that's the policy that you signed up for. I'm like, well, do you have any sort of extra rental car coverage beyond what I pay for? No, we don't. That's all we offer. I'm like, I would absolutely fight you on that, should that come to be the case. Like, if your process and your paperwork's causing the delay, then you should be responsible for the extra days of rental car. And so I was like, I mean, you're putting me in a position where I don't have a choice here, but when that time comes, and I believe it will come, I will fight you on this. And she didn't really have anything to say about it. I'm like, okay, well, give me the information of which rental place I need to call so I can get picked up or get an Uber to go get my car. And so I got that information, and then I called the auto body shop that's the closest to me that was their preferred. And I called them and they're like, oh, well, we'll let you email us the estimate so we can start ordering parts and stuff, but we won't take your car until all the parts are here. And I'm like, okay, what if you discover that more is needed than what's on this estimate? And she's like, well, once we get your car, when the parts get here, we'll have your car in, identify if more work is needed, and if it is needed, then we would ask you to take your car back until the rest of the parts are ordered. We can't have cars sitting on the lot. We'll only have them if we're actively working on them. And I was like, this is such a waste of time. Why can't I just bring my car in now so you can take a look at it, see everything that's needed, and order all the parts? Why would this be a two-step process? So like everything was like fighting to just get it to like, or just trying to make sense of their like ridiculous system, you know? And so I'm like, I mean, I don't have a choice. I have to do this anyway, but I'm just trying to encourage people, like, let's think this through. Like, this isn't helpful to anybody, you know? And then by that time, who knows, I might have to return my rental car before my car's even had anybody put a hammer on it or whatever, a wrench. With just all the parts ordering could take 45 days. So I'm like, this is set up to like, to not to the benefit of the person that's insured. It's just so backwards. So anyway, so I'm sitting there like, okay, you know, this process, I told the lady at the collision center, I'm like, this process seems a little backwards. So I'm going to try a few other places first and see if I can find somebody that will just let me take my car in and they can assess it, you know, right away. She's like, okay. So I knew I wasn't going to go with that place. So I was getting ready to call another auto collision place. And the person who hit me, their insurance rep or the agent that's working on this claim called me and she's like, hey, it's blah, blah, blah with blah, blah, blah. I'm just calling to give you a status update. We did get in touch with the persons that's insured through us and asked them their questions, and they've confirmed that they are taking 100% responsibility for this, and everything will be covered through her insurance. So I was like, oh, awesome. I was like, well, I already started a claim with my insurance, but it would be awesome if we could get my deductible taken care of beforehand so I don't have to pay out of pocket and wait for reimbursement. She's like, I think we can do that. I was like, okay, great. Let me call my lady back, let her know, and then I'll get back in touch. I'll connect you two so she can, you know, you can pay up. And she's like, okay. So I call my insurance back and they're like, no, that's not how it works. They can't pay up front. We have to wait until you've paid your deductible to the auto body shop, plus the amount that we're going to send them to cover the rest. Then we'll reach out to that other insurance company, and then we'll get the money from them and then give it to you. And I'm like, again, why all the hoops? Why can't you just take the money from them right now and then bundle that up with the check you're going to write the auto body shop? Why? Why do we need to do all this extra stuff? So stupid. So what I've learned from this is once all this is taken care of, I'm going to switch insurance companies, because you'd think that they would be doing whatever they can to get money from the other insurance company to get all this taken care of, but they don't care. They're just like, we'll just take it from you, and then you can figure it out. Then you can wait. So I'm almost tempted to call this it's Travelers Insurance is who the person that hit me has, and just be like, hey, I just want to thank you for making this as easy as possible as far as like no issues. So anyway, I'll talk about it. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, so that's really the only option. She's like, yeah, if you want to do a claim through your insurance. Otherwise, my suggestion would be to just go through hers and see if that process will be easier for you. And I could tell by this time she's annoyed with the fact that I'm annoyed. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do that. So I call her back, the other person's insurance. And she's like, oh, absolutely, you can do it through us. let me just get some more information from you. Collected all my info. I had already sent them photos of all the damage, so they already had that. She's like, based on what I'm seeing, we don't need someone to physically go out and do an assessment. We see that what you're claiming and what she's claiming happened is reflected in the damage, and she's admitting fault. So here is the closest auto body shop. It's like, I think it was like 1 mile away. Here's the closest auto body shop that we partner with. They can get you in tomorrow at 11 a.m. Does that work for you? And I'm like, yep. She's like, you just drive it there and drop it off, and everything's taken care of. Do you need a rental car? I'm like, yes, I do. Okay, we can have someone out there to pick you up from Enterprise in an hour, and we'll get you set up with the vehicle. I'm like, perfect. So, like, snap, snap, snappy. Did not put up a fuss. Didn't tell me I needed to do this and do 2 backflips and run a marathon. It was just like, she's admitted fault. We've got you. Here's everything you need. Is there anything else you need? And I'm like, no, I guess that's it. And she's like, okay. You have the rental car until your car's fixed. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. So yeah, she was like, got you taken care of. Everything's fine. The only thing that sucks is with my insurance. So essentially what I had to do at that point is call my insurance and cancel and close the claim, cancel the rental car reservation. It was all done, because now I'm going through the other driver's insurance. So, I called, or the only thing that sucks is that $4,000 / 45 days, whichever comes first, that gave me the option to pick any level of vehicle I wanted. So she's like, well, let's get you as close to what you have, and you have a Sonata, so let's do either a full-size sedan or a small SUV. And I'm like, that works. But since I'm going through the other person's insurance, it's whatever's the cheapest, because they're not willing to do anything more than that. I should have said, like, I've got 3 kids, I've got to get around to school. You can't put me in a compact whatever. But I was at that point, I just wanted a vehicle. And I didn't want to lie to get something fancy. Like, I really don't care. And I figured it would be just something small, but not terrible. Well, they gave me, and no shade to anyone that drives this vehicle, but they gave me a Mitsubishi Mirage. And granted, it is new, but this poor thing barely sounds like it's going to make it up the hill. Barely makes it up a hill. It sounds like it's just dying every second I step on the gas. It's like, no, I can't go forward. I think it's a 3-cylinder. Apollo, come here. Come here. Come here. Let's clip you up while the cyclists go by, shall we? Yeah, this poor thing is like so underpowered, and like the doors just sound like really tinny when you open them. It sounds like you're shaking a piece of foil. This poor little car. But I'm like, you know what? It's free. There's no end date to it. There's no 45 days or anything. It's as long as my car's being repaired, I have it. It's probably going to get really good gas mileage because it probably weighs 30 pounds soaking wet. So I can't complain that much, but I'm like, dang, it'd be nice to have something with just a little bit more room, or it doesn't have a center console. It's just kind of a hole in the floor. Like something with the center console, and yeah, it's very much a budget car, which again is not the end of the world, but maybe I should have lobbied for a slight upgrade. But it's okay. It'll be fine. I just have a feeling I'm going to be stuck with this car for a couple months. So, And that's the other thing I need to be very clear to them about when I call them. They're going to check back with me on Wednesday, because every Wednesday they do their rentals in a rolling 1 week, 1 week rental. So every week they check in. How are things going with the car? Do you need the rental for another week? Yay or nay? And then they'll renew the reservation. So I have a call with the person on Wednesday, next Wednesday. And I'm just going to let them know, like, hey, I have some vacations coming up. You know, in a perfect world, I wouldn't have this car for another 2 months. But if I do, and I'm either out of town or out of the country on vacation and my car's fixed, I'm not going to be able to get it back to you until I return, and most likely the day after I return. So I've just got to make sure they're cool with that, because I'd hate to leave on an 8-day trip and they call me the first day I'm gone. I'm like, guess what? Your car is fixed. I'm like, okay, well, you're going to have to keep it there at the shop for 8 days, and that rental car is going to be sitting at my house for another 8 days because I'm out of town. So yeah, I just got to be transparent about that too. So anyway, do you want off now? Do you want off now so you can go run and play? There you go. So at the end of the day, everything's taken care of. I did not have to pay a deductible or anything out of pocket. I just get to leave the car there and pick it up when it's done. And I have means of transportation in the meantime. So that's all that matters. And I'm fine. I wasn't like injured. So yeah. I guess it's good. I'm curious to see, the last piece of the puzzle is, I'm curious if these two dogs are being a bully to Appo. He's trying to play and they're trying to bite, but he's faster than both of them. Yeah, he eats his greens, so take that. Take that. The dog's wagging his tail, so I don't think he's mad, but that other dog seemed like he wasn't into it. Anyway, Appo, come here. Come here. So yeah, it's getting taken care of, nothing out of pocket. I don't have to like reconfigure. Come here, Apollo. Hi. Hi. I don't have to reconfigure my vacations or cancel them or change anything like that. Everything's still moving along. It's just now I've got to figure out is this going to bleed into my car being done and leaving town? So that's the last little piece of stress there. And I'm also curious too what they're going to say about the repairs that need to be done. It could be way more extensive than I even realize, because I don't know. But I'm just looking at with my eyes. I'm not inspecting stuff or like being like, ooh, the frame's a little kinked, so that's going to be a total. You know, I have no idea. So I guess I'll find out in the next couple of days what they say. But I'm really hoping that it's just replacing the doors, maybe one of the side panels, and either fixing the dents or cleaning up the little baseboard along the base of the car, which is part of the frame, but it is dented and it had this like chrome applique on it, and all that got torn off. So yeah, it would be cool too if they because all that glass got inside the car and is all up inside the mechanism for the automatic seats to go back and forth. So it would be cool if they replaced the seat, or at least I'm hoping they'll disassemble it and clean all the glass out of there so it's not like crunch, crunch, crunch. So yeah. that's everything that's going on car-wise. I tell you what, I did one vlog before the accident, like a day or two before the accident, and that vlog I was in a mood because I forget what I had eaten that day, but it was very little. It was like a yogurt and a handful of greens, like arugula, and that was it. Just because I was busy. And then I took you guys on a vlog, and I was, towards the end of it, just getting annoyed with Apollo for no real reason, and just complaining about people, which I always do, but I just feel like I was extra grouchy. And so I don't think I'm going to post that one. I even called myself out on it. I was like, I'm hangry. That's the reason why I'm acting up like this. I need to go eat something. And then I was just going on and on about what I wanted to eat. So I don't think I'm going to post that vlog. And then I filmed one yesterday, taking Apollo for just a quick stroll around the neighborhood. And I'm definitely not going to post that one because it was such a Debbie Downer. I was just talking about how I hadn't heard back from any of the insurance companies and how I was just feeling trapped at the house a little bit, and things with having Maddie, Joe's girlfriend, moved in, and her cat, Theo, has been just getting some adjustment. Theo does not like Apollo at all. So it has not been a smooth transition, that's for sure. And I feel both bad for Theo because he's usually like up in their room hiding, or he'll make a dash downstairs because his food and his litter box are all the way in the basement. So he has to go down 2 flights of stairs to get to his things that he needs. And in between there's probably going to be an Apollo coming up wanting to sniff and play. So I feel like sometimes he gets trapped downstairs or upstairs because Apollo's either on the main floor or just in the hallway outside the bedrooms. And so I feel bad that he can't get around the house. But every day it's getting better. Like even last night, they interact a little bit more. And then today I was working from home, and they were in, one was, Apollo was laying on the floor. Theo was in his little cat tree looking down at Apollo, and they seemed fine. So I think it's just going to take some getting used to. But I felt also bad because I kept scolding Apollo, like, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Don't go near him. Give him his space. Like, I also feel bad for Apollo because he's probably like, but this is my house, you know? So, hold on. Hi. So yeah, I felt bad about disciplining Apollo for getting in Theo's business, but then I'm also like, he's not gonna learn until like Theo really shows him, like, bro, stay away. And luckily Theo hasn't like clawed at him or batted at him. If Apollo's getting a little too close for comfort, he will kind of go and kind of hiss, but then that's all he does, and then he'll just walk away. And a lot of times also Apollo will completely ignore the fact that Theo's there, so it's not like it's horrible, but I just felt bad. I feel like I'm in this place where I'm like, I don't want Maddie to be like, oh God, Apollo's really just all over Theo, can't give him a break. And so I don't want it to become a situation where like I need to go because her and her cat they're not living their best life at the house, you know. I'm not in a position to pack up and move right now. But at the same time, I don't want to scold Apollo because he's just doing what animals do. And I honestly think Maddie's fine. Like, I don't think she would be that way, but I just get very, I just don't want to rock any boats, you know? So I think I'm just going to let it play out And if it becomes an issue where she's like, hey, like, can you leave Apollo upstairs for a few hours in the evening just so Theo can, like, sniff and explore and crawl in things without Apollo needing to investigate him the whole time, then I'll do that, I guess. But it really, I don't think it, I'm hoping that they just are getting comfortable with each other and understanding each other's routines. And like I said, even today, they were both one was laying on the floor, Theo was in his little cat tree, and they weren't bothering each other. They were just sleeping. So I think it's getting better, but the first couple days I was like, oh my gosh, Apollo's just like relentless. And Theo would just like try to come downstairs and look around the corner at the bottom of the stairs, and Apollo would jump up and be like, friend, and go run, and then Theo would go run back up to his room, and I'm like, maybe he needs to go potty, Apollo, like, leave him alone. So yeah, but it's getting better, I think. Hi, babies. Oh, whoop. Hi. Hi, cutie. Yes, I see you. I see you. He's made some friends, so he's probably going to try to follow them for a minute. Oh, never mind. He came back. Let's go. I was going to say he might go on the other side of the fence with them, but he didn't. So yeah, it's just between being a little bit stressed out about having a new person and a cat in the house, new animal in person. Not in a bad way, like I'm not happy. I'm very happy that they're there. I just want to make sure that they're as comfortable as possible, and I'm not now suddenly putting them out, because I know on the pecking order I'll be gone before Joe's girlfriend would be gone. So yeah, I just want to make sure everything's okay. And then with all this car stuff right before I'm trying to go on some trips here in a couple months, or just, I think today it would be my first, in 2 months from today, I'll be at Six Flags. So just stressing out about that, and just some other stuff too that has just been like, interesting. So I filmed a vlog yesterday just airing all of this out, and I was being such a Debbie Downer of like, I don't know. I was just in a foul mood, just like nothing's going right, and should I just cancel these trips, because what if I have to pay out of pocket for this repair somehow, some way? Like, they're gonna screw me somehow, and I'm gonna need to come up with the money to do this repair myself, and I've booked all these vacations ahead of time, and what was I thinking? I should have just waited. And then I'm like, wait for what? Like, I didn't know that this was gonna happen, but in my head I was just like, if I had all that money back for these flights and stuff, and just told the two couples, sorry, I can't go to your wedding, I have this repair I have to pay for. If I had all that money back, I wouldn't be as freaked out. So it's just spiraling, as I do sometimes when I'm stressing about stuff that happens. And then I was like, okay, I'm instead of going on just stroll around the neighborhood, I'm actually going to head up South Table, the mountain that's there by the house, the little hill. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to pause you while I go up to the top, because I'll be huffing and puffing. Then when I get to the top, we'll chit chat some more. Because in my head, I'm like, I think I just need to exercise, and I just need to ow, hold on, ow. Anyway, yeah, I was like, maybe I just need to get some exercise in, and like some good exercise, and just sweat it out, and just get this energy off of me, get this energy off of me. And so we hiked, and I tried to go as quickly as possible. I wasn't running, but I was speed walking, and was just listening to a podcast. And then by the time I got up to the top, I already felt a little bit better. And I was like, I'm just going to keep walking and enjoying this podcast, and try to do some like light jogging, some speed walking up here until it gets dark, and then we'll go back down. I just need to like regroup and reset. It's gonna be okay. You know, whatever the outcome is, I'm gonna be okay. Even if I had to pay my deductible, I'd still be okay, you know. Even with the vacations and stuff. I might not get as many souvenirs or have the nice meals or whatever, but I'd still be okay. It'd just be a little bit tighter, but we'd make it happen. Come on. Hi, cutie. So I was like, just calm down. I think for me, it's the not knowing. Like, I want to know right away. Like, if I call to make a claim and I give you all the pictures and everything that you need, then I should be hearing back in a couple hours, you know, not 2 days or 3 days. But I was like, just chill. You're going to be fine. I know in my heart that I was not at fault for this whatsoever. Like, there's nothing I could have done to mitigate this other than not be driving that day. So I got to the top of the hill and I was like, I don't feel like talking. I just want to listen to this podcast and look at the pretty views and I don't want to churn things over anymore or talk about it, because sometimes it helps, like chatting it out with all of you and like getting it all out in the open. Sometimes it helps, but other times I start like thinking about, but what if this? And then I start spiraling. So it's like this weird fine line, not all the time, but like certain situations. I'd say 95% of the time talking it out and is awesome. And I appreciate that people are willing to listen to me moan and groan all day. But, so I got to the top of the mountain and it was just so beautiful. And me and Paulo sat up on the little ledge and just looked out over Golden and the sunset, and then took our time getting back. We took a super long way, so we didn't get back until it was dark. We did probably around, say, 6 miles-ish up there. Come here. You're just plodding along today, huh? Come over here. Apollo, come here. You're not very fast today, huh? No. Did you not have a ton of energy? I thought you'd be sprinting all over. So yeah, just went up there and regrouped, and by the time we got back to the house, I was like, I'm going right to bed. I'm just gonna have a nice, easy night. No diamond painting, nothing like that. Just gonna go right to bed. I took a shower, did my skincare, and then I was out by like 8:45, 9, and then woke up early this morning and got on the phone. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start making some calls. I need at least a status update so I don't keep, pulling my eyelashes out. So I called my insurance and they're like, I got the estimate, then called, and then I called the other person's insurance and did that whole back and forth until I realized the smoothest way is for her insurance to cover it, because I don't have to put a dime down, So yeah, it's all done. I got to figure out how, what all is wrong, and how long it's going to take to fix, and if it's going to overlap with my vacations. So, yeah. I got, in other news, now that I have my car, I can actually not be freaked out about the things that I might have to cancel. Because I'm like, oh, geez, if they don't give me a rental and I'm without a vehicle, then what am I going to do? Like, just on and on with the worrying. I'm just a worrywart. So I'm going to a live podcast taping with Lara, which is Jeff's girlfriend. They're the ones that are coming with me to Hershey Park. We're going to see a live taping of How Did This Get Made, which is like one of my favorite podcasts. It's like a movie review podcast. And it's one that I actually turned Katie over at Diamonds and Washi. I don't know if her and her husband still listen to it, but there was one time there on one of her whipping chats a while ago where she mentioned, oh, I'm listening to this podcast called How Did This Get Made? With my husband, and I was like, are you listening to that because I told you about it? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, whoa, cool. So anyway, so they're having a live taping of it here in Denver tomorrow. So I'm going with Laura to that because she also listens to that podcast. So that's going to be our little date night. I'm going to see if I can take her out to dinner. I have my appointment tomorrow to take my car in for its inspection appraisal or to drop it off. I don't know if they're going to ask me to sit and stay there while they appraise, or if it's just a drop-off time and they'll call me. But either way, I'm going to have to drive my car there and then get an Uber back because I'm going to be leaving my vehicle there. They didn't have any of that weird stuff that the other place had of like, we won't keep your car, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just leave it. But I don't know if they're going to make me sit there and wait, and then they'll come out and say, here's the diagnosis or what. So I didn't know about that, and then I'm going to have to take an Uber or Lyft back home. So I ended up just taking tomorrow off of work because I think I need a day once this is all said and done to just let this all go and regroup and run some errands. I have like no groceries. I have like nothing because I've just been stuck at home. We have Natural Grocers across the street, but it's like it's small organic food store. And I mean, half the store is supplements and then the other half is the grocery store. So it's not very much. Like their produce section's really small and it's all pricey. It's all like, free range, blah, 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 organic, which is great. But to buy all your groceries there, that would put me in the hole. So I've just been going over there to get onesie, twosie things, but I need to actually go like grocery shopping. We need paper towels, and I don't want to get the 100% recycled compostable paper towels that are $11 a roll. So I need to go do stuff like that, and just kind of get back in a proper headspace officially. So I'm just going to take tomorrow off. So I'm not trying to like work, and then slip away so I can go drop my car off, and then I don't know how long it's going to be there or if I need to stay. So I'm like, let's just take the day off. So I told Laura, I was like, hey, if you want to go get a little happy hour situation, because I think it's at 7, the taping. So I don't know if we do a full dinner beforehand or maybe we just go get, a little appetizer or something before we go. So I've got that. And then on April 10th, which is still a couple weeks away, Apollo has his trial run at the boarding place that I'm taking him to. So he's got that. Hold on. So yeah, they make the dogs come in and do a trial day. It can either be a half day or a full day, and it's free of charge, just to make sure that your dog will be able to get along and acclimate well in their setting with their dogs. So you're required to do that before you board them overnight. So I've got to take him to do that, and I was worried that I wouldn't have a car to do that, but now I do, so that's fine. So I'm kind of excited. I mean, I've boarded him before, like not boarded overnight, but daycare. I used to do it once a week when I started. Whoops, shouldn't say where I work. Editing, Anthony, clean that up. When I started working at my new job, or my current job, wow, this cloud looks crazy. Hope you can see that. That's wild. Huh. What kind of cloud is that, everyone? I don't know. You'll have to tell me. So, yeah, when I first started at this job, I was bringing Apollo with me on usually on Thursdays, and I'd drop him off and then I'd pick him up. And I did that for a few weeks, and it ended up just being, he was fine at home by himself. It was okay. But it did give him some good social time. So anyway, all that's to say, I don't think I'm going to have an issue with him being boarded. So I'm fine doing a half day or full day. It's free. So I'm like, and I have that Friday off that I'm taking him. So I'm like, maybe I'll just like leave him for the whole day and just have like a me day where I just don't have to worry about him. And I don't know, maybe go get like a facial or a massage or something that day and just kind of have a me day. And then I can pick him up it's from 8 a.m. is the earliest that you can drop off, and 6 p.m. So it's like 10-hour max that the daycare is for this trial run. So I'm like, maybe I'll just do the whole damn day and just make a whole thing out of it. Who knows? We'll see. So that's on April 10th, and then he's going to be boarded when I go to Pennsylvania, and then Dom and Brandon are going to watch him while I'm in Mexico, because that's only Thursday through Monday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 5 days there. Whereas PA is going to be 8 days. And I'm going to board him because I don't know, you don't need to know all the details, but I might be boarding him an extra night, even the day that I get back, because my flight doesn't land until I think 3:30, and you have to pick up your animals by 6. Otherwise, it's an extra night. So I just don't think there's any way that I'll be able to get him between the time my plane lands at 3:30. That gives me 2.5 hours to get my bags, get my car, and make it to him. Who knows with, flight delays and stuff. So I might just leave him there another night and then pick him up the next day before work or on a lunch break or something. The other thing that they do offer too is a pickup and drop off service. So they have their own like vans, and they will come get your dog and then to be boarded and then bring them back when it's time to come back. But they charge by mile, I think, for that. And it's not anywhere near me. It's like 40 miles, 45 miles. It's way, way out east. It's basically directly south from the airport, but even more east. So it's convenient if you're dropping your dog off on the way to the airport, but not if you're just doing like a daycare, at least not for me. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing the pickup drop-off service because that would be really pricey, but we'll see. We'll see. Coming up on some more pups, Appo. What do you think? What do you think? My dog's like, what, dude? So yeah, I'm ever so slowly getting back into the mindset that I was before the car accident, which was like, I'm so excited about trips and it's going to be awesome and things are going good. And then I took a little tumble, but I'm making my way back out of that depression. Now that I know things are going to be taken care of, it's just now the timing that I've got to keep in mind, but it's not the end of the world. So, yeah. But other than that, I haven't seen Matt in a minute because I canceled our last date because I was supposed to see him that day, that Saturday, so obviously I had to cancel. And I mean, it's only been 4 days since then, but we hadn't seen each other for a minute prior to that, so it's been some time. So I'm feeling a little disconnected from him, but hopefully we can meet up soon. We shall see. I'm tonight isn't gonna work. I just got the car, and I'm more focused on getting Apollo out here because he's been on leash for all of his walks for too long. So this is what I'm doing today. And then tomorrow is the podcast, so maybe Saturday. I'll ask him. Saturday or Sunday, we'll see. And then I have Monday off as well, so we'll see. But yeah, feeling a little distanced from him. I mean, we text and stuff, and we did call, had a phone conversation on Sunday. But yeah, just not having a vehicle for any amount of time really is like such a hindrance for me, or like a mental hindrance. Like I feel so trapped if I don't have a car with easy access. And I know that's certainly a privilege. Some people do not have a car, or by choice or by circumstance. And I am lucky in the fact that I live in Golden now, where I have access to fresh food 30 steps away from our front door. It's literally right there. I'm lucky that I have that everything, restaurants and grocery stores, anything I need, doctor, all that stuff is within walking distance from the house. So I feel very fortunate that I have that close by. But driving is such an integral part of, I don't know if it's maybe just an American lifestyle, but a car is just like, or I guess a traditional American lifestyle, or I guess a stereotypical American lifestyle is like driving is just built into what you do every day, you know? And so not having that immediately makes me think of all the things that I do with my car that I can't do. Like, can't take him off leash. Oh, I'm craving pho. Well, can't do that because the pho restaurant's too far. Like, it's just all the things that you don't have access to become front of mind, as opposed to like literally everything you could possibly want with being within walking distance. So like, yeah, it's just weird how at least my brain works that way, where I'm like, I live in such a convenient spot, but I need to have that car there just in case I want to go to Olive Garden. Maybe I want a certain kind of breadsticks that I can't get by walking. So now I'm mad. But yeah, I did go to yesterday after I had my little rant and came back home. Natural Grocers closes at 8:30. And so by the time I got home and got Apollo situated, got him fed his second meal because I had forgotten to give him lunch. Got his second meal, it was already past that time. And I was like, well, I need to get some stuff for dinner. So I ended up getting back out on the road and walking to Safeway, which is not that far, 5 blocks maybe each way, 6 blocks. But I didn't think about, when I got in there, I was hungry, I was in a mood. I was feeling better, but it was just a day, had been a day. So I walked over to Safeway. I was hungry, so I've got my little hand cart, not even thinking about the fact that I don't have a vehicle, completely forgetting about that. I'm getting a gallon jug of Arizona iced tea, Arnold Palmer diet. I'm getting these, they had buy 2, get 2 free bags of chips. So I got 2 bags of Sun chips and a bag of Doritos and like one other one. I got like some crackers and dip and just like all these little snacky like comfort items. Had this basket just to the brim. And I get to the checkout and I'm putting everything in the paper bags. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a car. Like, how am I gonna get home with all this stuff? So I packed those bags as like best I could and as tightly as I could, so I only needed 2, and then I just had to like waddle home with them back home. And I get home and Joe's like, did you come all the way back here with the carrying those groceries? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, why didn't you just call one of us? We would have come pick you up. And I was like, no, it was the mistake I made. I had to live with it. And he's like, oh my God. But yeah, I had ice cream too, and it was like all melted. I was just waiting for Apollo to come back. Hi, baby. Were you playing? Were you playing? Yeah. Good boy. Are you good at playing? So yeah, I just came home with, I'm surprised the bags didn't tear because I really jammed them full and I was really wrestling with them on the way home. I had like 2 fingers holding the gallon jug and then a bag under each arm. And of course my arms were getting all sore because I'm weak. And I'm like trying to reconfigure and reshuffle. So I'm like using different muscles to carry them. I was like, why did I not think this through? And it was just because I was emotional grocery shopping as opposed to practical grocery shopping. Like I didn't even get anything that would constitute, like I still have to go and get stuff today for dinner tonight, because I didn't even get anything that was like, okay, you don't have your car, get some things, get maybe some stuff to make some sandwiches, or like something practical, small, compact, but you can make a few meals out of it. I went in there and I was like, I want these Harry Potter butter beer goldfish crackers, and ooh, they have butter beer flavored skinny popcorn. I'm gonna have to have that. Oh, I need these pretzel crisps and some dip, some elote style dip. Like nothing was an actual meal. It was just like, what do I want to sit and snack on while I'm watching a YouTube video and feeling sorry for myself? It was just like all that stuff. So I still have to go and get stuff for dinner today, but luckily I have a car now. I did not know that was going to happen yesterday, and I didn't even care. I was just like, I'm just going to buy just snack stuff. I'm pissed. And my life is in limbo. Help me. Give me snacks. So, yeah, what else did I buy? I feel like I bought something really weird. Oh, I bought peanut butter and jelly Reese's peanut butter cups. I haven't had them yet. I didn't get around to stress eating those last night, but I'll try one tonight. It's like, this is weird. They had that, and then they had a chocolate lava Reese's peanut butter cup. I didn't get that, but I got the PB&J one. I'm like, I wonder how this will taste. I wonder if it would taste good in between, like, 2 pieces of graham cracker, maybe? I don't know. But I'm gonna sample that. But yeah, I need to figure out dinner tonight. I do have HelloFresh, and I've made 3 of the 4 already for the week. Just because I've been home every day, so I'll usually make it for a lunch, and then I have the second meal. But I've been doing that where I've been having lunch and dinner. Lunch is the fresh HelloFresh, dinner's the leftovers, and usually I'll do the opposite night. So if I made it on Tuesday, then I'll eat Tuesday's leftovers on Wednesday just to mix it up a bit, and so on and so forth. So I do have some falafel meal, half a serving of that left. And then I have, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. I just have that half a serving of falafel. So I do have that, but I'm probably just going to stop and get something. Now that I have a car, I'm like, I can be naughty. I can go through a drive-through because I have something to drive. But maybe I'll try to pick a relatively healthy spot. Who knows? I say that and that's a total lie. People are like, I just walk away from Apollo knowing that he's gonna come up. And I think that weirds people out. Like, I don't know. Some people do not care. They do the same thing I do. But I used to be like the other people where I'm helicoptering over Apollo. And just like monitoring and being really like, oh, you know, but I feel like he used to feed off that energy, and he'd be like, oh, Dad's being weird. I've got to play keep away if I want to keep playing. And now that I've just am like, you know, peace and love to you, sir. You'll catch up with me when you're done doing what you got to do. He seems a lot more like willing to come back. Appo, come here, Nugget. Hi, what are you doing? Were you playing? Come over here. Yes, were you playing? Yes. Oh, let me see the butt. Yeah. You're such a good playmate. Yeah, you are. But I think the people that are helicopter dog parents, which again, that's fine. I kind of am in certain situations, like tighter dog parks, like smaller ones. I certainly am, because I'm like, this just feels like a pressure cooker of different dog energy and emotions and personalities. So I do tend to follow him where he walks around, just in case something breaks out, I can get in there, you know. But when we're out here, I've learned to just keep walking, and he'll stop and play with the dog and follow them for a little bit, but luckily he's not that much of a husky that he will just run off into the sunset never to return. Like, he will run off, and he has run off into the sunset once because of Maverick, and Maverick's his little boyfriend. But I've never seen him do it with another dog where he's just like, this is my family now. Like, he does it, and then he's like, oop, that guy is the one that feeds me. I gotta go. So, yeah, I'm totally fine. But I can tell that other dog owners that are very like, oh, you know, they've got that dog park energy of like, my dog. When I just walk away from them while their dog and Apollo are like sniffing and like playing, they always look up like, what? You're just gonna I'm like, I wouldn't be doing this if I thought he was gonna attack your dog. And if your dog is aggressive and starts coming after him, he immediately will run straight back to me. He's not gonna fight. He's a runner. And I'm never so far away that if a dog did start coming after him and he started having to run from them and they were like gonna chase him down to attack him, then I'm sure I could get back within enough time to at least yell, or, you know, I mean, at that point, there's not a ton you can do if you're not right next to them the moment it happens. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess it is a risky move, but yeah, he seems to be okay. And most dogs out here, at least, because there is so much space, I feel like it's less of an aggressive environment because you're not in those tight quarters with these tight packs of dogs. Everyone's pretty much spread out. And so when he does come across a dog that's an ass, like we did earlier, the dog is like, back off, bro, get away from me, and kind of chase him for a few beats just to create the space. And then they turn around and they're like, I told you, stay away, you know? And Apollo gets that message. So it's not like a normal dog park where it's just like 8, 10, 12 dogs just all kind of circling each other and just in a big group, and then one of them you know what I mean? Like, it's just so spread out here. So, I trust him. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. Right, baby? Will you come here? Will you come over here and give me loves? Come here. Come over here. Come over here. Oh my gosh. Come here. Appo. Come give me the kisses, please. Come here. Sir? I say that, and now look at him. And now look at you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. I just want to kiss you all day. Let's Clippy. Stay. Let's clip you up. Let's get some food, go home, eat that food, shower, skincare, cuddles. And I'm going to commit to editing one more video tonight while I'm diamond painting. Tangent time. That channel that I'm obsessed with, the theme park channel Coaster Studios, I got caught up on all of their videos to a certain extent. I went back far enough in their catalog on YouTube where the videos are a lot shorter. The production quality's not as hot. It's more like mine. So I got back to a certain point where I was like, okay, I've gone back far enough. I think this is where I want to stop. So I consider it being caught up with their videos. So then I decided to subscribe to their Patreon. Because they have a whole other catalog of vlogs and clips, and they do a monthly podcast there as well. So there's like 50 something episodes of that podcast, and they're all about 45 minutes to an hour. So I've got all those now to listen to. And so that's just what I've been consuming a lot of the Coaster Studios content. I just love it. It's Taylor and Sarah. They're a couple. I just love them so much, and I'm really hoping at some point that I'll get to either cross paths with them at a theme park, or go on one of their trips. They do these big trips. They call it like coasting through Europe, or coasting through Asia, or coasting through the Middle East, coasting through down under, and they do these big international trips, or even US trips. And they'll have friends or subscribers or, fans or whatever. Well, they'll share their itinerary, and then they'll do like little mini meetups, and some people will even travel with them, if they're able to make it work. And so I love to be able to do one of those trips, or at least one leg of it. That'd be so cool, because they know all the parks, all the cool, like all the roller coasters, know all the hidden gems, and it would be so cool to have that knowledge and kind of almost treat it like having a little tour guide with you. They also do a coaster cruise every January. This upcoming January will be the 3rd year. So I'm thinking about going on that too. I just think it'd be really cool, and I've been so desperate to try to build some kind of connection or feel to be part of some kind of coaster community similar to diamond painting, where I can talk shop and share experiences and stuff, but I haven't really found a particular one that's landed. Like I've been on a couple Facebook groups, but the energy is always kind of negative towards everything. We talked about it when I went to Cedar Point, is like people get together just to hate on stuff, and I'm trying to find people that just like enjoy theme parks and enjoy the travel and that whole aspect. And they seem like those kind of folks. So they do have like a Discord and like the chat on their Patreon. They do live streams. So I'm hoping to get more in the mix with their group and see if I can find some fellow coaster enthusiasts that are positive. But we'll see. Anyway, we're back to the car, the world's tiniest car. This little bean, and it's like this mustardy golden yellow. It's like the most awful color. Poor car. Anyway, I'll let you go. Don't forget to subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye.